Well, I think this shirt is definitely fitting for when I talk about my governor and what a piss poor job that she's doing here on the Massachusetts report. Well, it's official, everybody. Maura Healey has increased spending by 10%, 7.4% in the previous 2 years. Now her next budget is 2.6%, another 2.6% increase in spending. Now she has taken our spending at a rate now higher than 37 other states. How wonderful, right? So, after her failure and mismanagement, now she wants to go after your candy. She wants to put candy on the list of the sales tax. Oh, isn't that just wonderful, huh? Oh, isn't that just absolutely wonderful? And then, of course, a hospital in one community had to close because Maura Healey is tanking the economy. Yeah. How about that one? How about that one? Add that one to the list. So we have a hospital closure. Actually, we had two hospital closures as a result of Maura Healey. So hospital beds closing in addition to business closing. Isn't that just wonderful? Yeah. Maura Healey's doing such a great job. And I mean that with the strongest dose of sarcasm humanly possible. What's up, everybody? It's Zach the Celtics guy. Welcome to another video here. Welcome to the Massachusetts Report. I'm your host, Zach the Celtics guy, born and raised in Massachusetts. Here we are uncovering the failures of the Maura Healey-Kim Driscoll administration, or as I like to call, the Moron Healey-Kim dumbass administration. So you would think that with all of the things, with all of the problems that Maura Healey has caused, you would think that with all of her failures and all of her scandals, you would think that with just everything that she's doing, you would think that somebody with common sense, you would think that someone with common sense, which Maura Healey clearly doesn't have because she's fucking incompetent, you would think that she would just, just trim spending a bit. She would gut the bureaucracy. She would roll back spending and stop spending taxpayer money on stupid shit. You'd think that, right? No. Instead, she doubles down on spending. And now the spending budget has increased by 10%. So add that 7.4% from the previous spending budget. Now it's 2.6%. Now Maura Healey has increased spending by an additional 2.6%. And guess what she wants on top of that? Remember when Maura Healey ran her record on saying that she doesn't want to raise taxes, or she wants to cut taxes? Well, guess what? She wants to raise taxes, and guess what she wants to do? She's taking the Deval Patrick approach. It's Deval Patrick all over again, everybody. So what does she want to do? She wants to raise taxes on fucking candy. She wants to raise taxes on candy. So it's just like, okay, want a chocolate bar, want a Snickers, want M&Ms, want something like that. No, Maura Healey wants to tax your candy for it. She wants to tax your candy. That's what she wants to do. Yeah, so Maura Healey's coming for the candy. You know why she's coming for the candy? She's not coming for the candy because, it's like a health tax or something like that. No, the reason that she wants to do that is because she's shit wrecking this state. That's the reason why she's doing it. She's got to find a way to cover up the loopholes that she has in the budget, in the deficit, in all of that stuff. Instead of doing that, instead of trimming spending, instead of eliminating this deficit, instead of doing that, what does she do? She doubles down on it, and she decides to double down on the deficit. That's what she decides to do. Don't you just love it? So in the midst of all of that, Maura Healey has mismanaged our economy to such a point where she plans to close a Canton. Canton is a city in southern Massachusetts. It's like near the North Shore, near the South Shore, basically. And She plans to close that rehab hospital, and it is rattling people. People are up in arms about it. Well, guess what? Hate to say, we've been saying it. We've been saying how much of a failure Maura Healey is. We have been saying it. It's not like we haven't said this before. Now everybody is up in arms because she ended up closing a hospital, because she ended up closing hundreds of hospital beds. This is equivalent to what she has done is she ended up closing hospitals, or she has ended up cutting healthcare. Why do you think that she's doing that? Well, why do you think she's closing hospital beds? Well, why do you think she's shutting them down? Why do you think? Because she's mismanaging the economy. That's why. So imagine that. Who would ever hear about that? Massachusetts, the home of mass health, the home of all of these top of the notch hospitals, which are actually pretty decent by American standards, definitely. Imagine doing that. Imagine that. Imagine that one. And people are up in arms about it. And I have to sit back and I have to say, well, hate to say I told you so. I'm not trying to sound like an arrogant bastard here, but hate to say I told you so. Maura Healey takes that surplus that Charlie Baker gave us and pisses through it and is spending money and raising taxes and local taxes, and she's smashing the economy and costing us 3,200 businesses, causing 14,000 job losses. That one. Oh, you mean that one? Oh, you mean where our business tax climate is 43rd out of 50 states since Maura Healey took office? Oh, you mean that one? Oh, that one? Really? She didn't see that one coming, right? Oh, no, of course we did it. Now she wants taxes on candy, and she wants more taxes to pay for all her new spending. Folks, this is not a sustainable path. This is not a fucking sustainable path that we are on. This is not a sustainable path that we are on. Because Maura Healey is tanking the Massachusetts economy, is what she is doing. And we have to remember this, and every single person has to wake the hell up and needs to remember this next year when we all pour out in droves to vote against her. We have to get this freaking clown out of office before she bankrupts what we have left of a state. So imagine that. Now we've got hospital closures. So this is a new level of failure for Maura Healey. This is a new level of failure on her behalf. Wanting candy taxes to pay for her new spending because she can't fix her record of failure, because she can't run a state if her life depended on it. She cannot do it. Why do you think of course she can't do it? Because she's incompetent. All Maura Healey and her corrupt administration believes in is just throwing money at every single issue. Just throwing money and hoping it sticks. That's not how it works. It's not just money. You can't just throw money at a problem and expect that problem to just resolve. It doesn't work that way. But that's what the Democrats believe in now. That's what they believed in for some time, but that's especially what they believe in now. So yeah, imagine that. Wanting candy taxes so that way she can try to put money into her budget to make it look like, oh, social services are okay. To make it look like services are okay. But no, that's not the case. Because Maura Healey has to understand that you can't just throw money at every single problem. You can't just raise record local taxes and not expect local communities who have seen their taxes go up dramatically. You can't just do this and just not expect some detrimental results. No, you can't do that. But no, she doesn't, because guess what? Now she's blaming Trump for the issue. Now she's blaming Trump and saying, oh, costs are going to rise because of him. Oh, costs are going to rise because of him. Yeah, we can talk about Trump's problems all day, but this is about your record. Because Maura Healey is unwilling to fix the economic problems that she caused, and she's unwilling to defend her record of failure. she's talking about a balanced approach and talking about being a raging moderate and everything else, and trying to get into the race by being a moderate, but by being the person that's actually going to reduce taxes. Well, she already did that. You can't sit there and say that you're not gonna raise taxes when that's exactly what you've done. You can't say that, we're gonna fix services and services are okay. Well, when you're closing services because the economy is starting to tank with your ass in office, because you can't run a budget, because you're a joke, because you're an idiot. And I don't even care for this saying that much, because I think a lot of people just use this against people that dare to disagree with their narrative in many cases. But in all honesty, Maura Healey wants to act like this is fact. No, Maura Healey's entitled to her own opinion. She can think that raising taxes and driving up spending all she wants is going to fix problems. Yeah, she can think that all she wants. She can think that all she wants, but she's not entitled to her own facts. You're not entitled to your own facts, Maura Healey. You're not entitled to your own facts, Maura. Okay, Maura the moron. Because the reality of the situation is, you need to figure out, you need to find a budget that actually is going to reduce costs and reduce taxes. But no, me asking Maura Healey to do that, asking Maura Healey to reduce our costs when that's exactly when she's done the complete opposite of that. I'm supposed to sit here and ask her that. I'm supposed to sit here and ask her that when she's crushed our economy. It cost us 3,211 businesses, caused an additional 14,000 job losses. I'm supposed to sit there and ask her that when she's in charge of economic development, when all she's done is economic mismanagement? It doesn't matter. The party in Massachusetts, that is the Democrats in Massachusetts, it doesn't matter. You could get another Democrat to replace her. It doesn't matter how many times you rolled the tables around. You could roll the tables around, roll the chairs around, but guess what? The corruption is still there. It doesn't matter. The corruption on Beacon Hill is still there. Because now it's just one party Democrat rule that just does whatever it wants with no rules and regulations, no checks and balances, no auditing, because she's blocking that auditing, and that's what she's doing. So she wants to talk about a balanced approach. None of this is a balanced approach. Not one bit of this is a balanced approach. How is having to cut services? How is having to cut childcare services? How is that a balanced budget? How is that a balanced budget in any way, shape, or form? How is that a balanced budget in any way, shape, or form? Oh, that's right, it's not. Because Maura Healey needs to find a budget that is not in the fucking fairy tale section. Because the people here in Massachusetts are fed up with your mismanagement. We are fed up with your lies and your scandals. And we are fed up with your mismanagement. We are fed up with you driving jobs and businesses out of the state. We are fed up with you driving taxpayers out of the state. We're fed up with you all around. We want real action, and that's what we're looking for. And people are trying to find a balance, and that's what they're looking for next year. That's it. That's exactly what we're looking for next year. There's no doubt about it that services under Maura Healey are in a shambles. But it is that way because of her squeezing the budget and trying to squeeze the budget and then trying to put more toothpaste back into the tube that's already been out. That's what's happening. Maura Healey is the type of person that is trying to squeeze the toothpaste out of the squeezing toothpaste out of the toothpaste packet and then trying to put the toothpaste back into the toothpaste packet. It doesn't work that way, you dumbass. But no, because Maura Healey is a dumbass. Several people in my family, several of which are Democrats, had actually said Maura Healey's not doing a good job. Well, no. Yeah, anybody with half a brain in their head looks at Maura Healey at this point and does not think that she's done a good job. No. Worst governor that we have ever had. The absolute worst governor that we've ever had. Because in the midst of other states that are recovering and are doing well, why is Massachusetts not recovering with our major economy, with our innovation and our big economy and everything, being a leader in New England? Well, we're not. Well, we're not. How are we a leader in New England? The only thing that Maura Healey is a leader in is failure, because she's having to cut services to pay for her own deficit. That's what she's trying to do. Because instead of getting spending under control and reducing people's costs, and doing all that. No, because she can't do that. Maura Healey's record as a governor is nothing short of an embarrassment. And honestly, with Maura Healey in office, being from Massachusetts is an embarrassment because Maura Healey is an absolute embarrassment. And for Maura Healey to do this, Maura Healey has no shame. It's like with this record. Is anyone in her administration embarrassed? Is Maura Healey embarrassed? Is Maura Healey embarrassed? And this is over such a short period of time. Because, no, there's no way we can continue to go in this direction. Maura Healey's record has been nothing but a failure, and every single person in there. You blocked an audit. Why do you think she's blocking the audit? There's an obvious reason that she's blocking the audit. There's an absolute reason that she's blocking the audit. On question 1, disregarding the voters and preventing the state auditor from doing her job, which, by the way, the state auditor is a hero. She's doing a phenomenal job in this difficult circumstance with this corrupt administration. Why do you think? Because Maura Healey doesn't want her record of failure to be out there and to see what she has mismanaged. Maura Healey's record as governor is an embarrassment, and she should be ashamed of herself for what she has done to people in this once great state, because Maura Healey has failed the people of this state. All she has done is crush our economy, send jobs and businesses away. People have lost their jobs, lost their homes, lost their businesses, and lost a lot of money because of her failure and because of her mismanagement. It's time to get this frickin' clown out of office before she absolutely decimates what we have left of a state, because there's no way that we can continue on the same path. There is no way. There is no way, shape, or form. Get someone in there to replace her, for the love of God. Just get someone else in there. Seriously. Just get someone else in there. This is just getting ridiculous at this point. Wanting taxes on candy to pay for her spending. You know why? Because she has failed the people of Massachusetts. Because this frickin' clown is the worst governor in history, and she has mismanaged, and she has undermined our good name as a state, and Maura Healey has failed the people of Massachusetts. Because Massachusetts has so much potential with the job market, with the innovations and the technology and the healthcare and all this stuff. We could. But what are people going to do as a result of that? People are going to choose different states because of this, because of Maura Healey's terrible record. And this is over such a short period of time. None of this is good. Like, none of this is good. Because I'm going to stay here and fight, and we need to. Because I need to stay here in Massachusetts so I can cast my vote against Maura Healey. And people, we need to look for balance. We really do. We really need to look for balance, because you're not going to find it here. You are not going to find it with this fucking clown in office. That's for sure. You're definitely not going to find it with this fucking clown in office. Imagine that, having to cut down on services, having to cut, and isn't this money supposed to go to pay for good services? Isn't the purpose of spending more money on services, isn't that supposed to go towards services? But because you're you're shit wrecking the economy so much, you now all of a sudden have to cut back on services. What sense does that make? It only makes sense when you absolutely shit wreck an economy. That's what happens. And that's what Maura Healey has done. That's before she wants, like I said, I was saying this before, she wants more taxes to pay for all her new spending. I said this before. I've already said this before. We're increasing spending by 10%, up to $62 billion. When you go from a $57 billion budget to a $62 billion budget, it's not a cut, it's an increase. That's an increase. And that's what she's done. She has increased spending. You raise record high local taxes on meals and hotels. And you want more taxes on hotels to pay for all your new spending. This is, we need to get this government off our backs and out of our pockets. We need to grow the economy with the budget that we already have, give the middle class tax relief, like real tax. We don't need any more of this. We don't need any more of this. We don't need Maura Healey's record of failure in office. We don't need this as a state. What do we need? We need real tax cuts. And what should we do? We should vote for the person that's going to give us that. And people don't like the direct. No. There's nothing good about any of this. What is good about this? What is good about this failed record? What is good about it? Remind me again. I've just laid out all the facts there. I mean, this is just a fact. This whole thing right here is just a fact. And the states that are going to continue to clean our clocks are going to continue to clean our clocks. Because Maura Healey wants to talk all day long about corporate giveaways and everything else. Maura Healey is the greatest corporate giveaways person ever. She's the biggest salesperson of corporate giveaways, because all the corporations that she's given away to New Hampshire and given away to North Carolina, given away to Florida, given away to Nevada, and given away to Virginia and to Delaware and to other different states. You know why? And giving them to Ohio and South Dakota and Tennessee and other states. You know why? Because they're all fleeing our state under Maura Healey. Because taxpayers are really hurting in this state, and Maura Healey doesn't care. She's a corrupt corporate piece of shit who doesn't give a fuck about you. She doesn't give a fuck about you. Because everyone's being overwhelmed by her higher local taxes and higher user fees and co-payment fees, and now wants higher taxes on candy. But guess what? People are just gonna go over the border and go to New Hampshire and get candy. You're just creating a bigger market for them. Every single time you do this, you're creating a market for other states for people to go to just so that they can do this. That's all that you're doing. And all this is going to do is just make more people just go, well, they want candy? Oh, well, they're just going to go to New Hampshire and get it. They'll just go get it. Or they'll just go get it in Maine, or they'll just go get it in another state or something. That's what this is doing. That's what this is doing. Please, can we get rid of this freaking clown? The day that we get rid of this clown, when we get rid of this failure of an administration, which has been nothing, scandal, mismanagement, corruption, empty promises, broken promises, lost jobs, lost homes, lost businesses, cut services, closed hospitals, closed businesses that closed down or left the state. Yeah. What do we say? What? The day that we get this fucking clown out of office will be a better day to make Massachusetts a better Massachusetts. This is a worse off Massachusetts in every way, shape, and form. Undermining our once moderate blue state status and ravaging our economy with bad policies and scandal. Maura Healey should resign right now. I mean, I would just go up and say, you should just get the fuck out right now. You should just get out right now. I would say that, but Kim Driscoll will take over. Kim dumbass. And she probably will be just as bad. She'll probably be just as bad. What can I say? She'll probably be just as bad. We need an entire new administration. An entire new administration that has to roll back every single terrible policy that Maura Healey has proposed. Roll back that 4% surtax on wealth over $1 million. Roll that back. Roll back all these local tax hikes. Roll back this bill. Roll back this sanctuary status. Roll every single bit of it back. Roll every single bit of it back. And no, we shouldn't just eliminate all the taxes. No, what I'm saying is we should get our tax dollars back to where they were before. Just get those tax dollars back to where they were before. We need to have a plan that looks at both sides of the occasion. Propose that, and that's what I will vote for. And if they do that, that's what I will vote for. We need to, fellow Bay Staters, this is what we need to do. The decision that we make next year in next year's election, this is a critical election. Now, I usually don't say this because the two-party system, I hate it in this country. I really do. But the only way that we can do it is getting Maura Healey out of office and electing something different. That person will definitely have a lot to clean up, that's for sure. But someone who needs to be in there 100% to get the job done and roll back every single terrible policy that Maura Healey has ever done. You do that and become a leader in New England again to work with all the other governors, including the new governor of New Hampshire, to work with all of them and do that. And if we do that, and if we make informed choices, which I hope we do, and I will join in it in Massachusetts next year, when I'm 30 years old, by the way. And if we do that, we can send a loud and clear message to the one-party Democrat rule on Beacon Hill. And if we do that, and we change Massachusetts for the better, we need to do that so we can make Massachusetts a better Massachusetts for all Bay Staters. And we do that by firing Maura Healey in 2026 and telling her that you have failed, that you have not done the job, and that Maura Healey-Kim Driscoll, you're fired. That's what we need to tell them. Show them the door in 2026 and elect something different. So anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say for right now. The latest scandals of the moron Healey-Kim dumbass administration. I will continue to protest. I will continue to speak out against her and her record of failure so long as she's in office. I will continue to do so. And I will speak out against her every step of the way. And I will do so to make sure that we get this clown show out of office. Except someone needs to tell the clowns. And we here in the Bay State need to do so. And we can do that by making informed choices next year. Join hands so we can get it done. Anyways, I will be back tonight at around 7:15, 7:30 or so. So look out for that. Look out for my stream. More stuff on the way. This is Zach, the Celtics guy. As always, saying thank you for watching, and I will catch you, comrades, on the next one. See you on my stream tonight, and more stuff on the way coming your way soon. Until then, stay safe, stay well, stay classy, keep fighting, and keep on rocking. Take care of yourselves and all of each other, and I'll see you, comrades, in the next one. Till next time, everybody. See you all then. Have a good one, everybody. So long.